Justin Deering here. Welcome to my front yard. There's my garage, barbecue full of tools. And yes, today, what did we do here? We secured my garbage can from raccoons. Okay, but we went a little overboard. See, I just strapped some bungee cords on in the past, and that worked great. That kept the raccoons out. The problem is that basically the garbage workers would just come and discard the bungee cords. They wouldn't put them on back. They get lost or whatever. So I needed a way to permanently attach them. So they wouldn't so they wouldn't get ripped off when they got opened up or whatever. And I understand the garbage, they get rounds to make. They're not doing it maliciously. My work to hinder the raccoons hinders them. So what did we do here that was different? So first of all, we went with the rubber Husky straps. I think they're a little stronger than the bungee cords. I actually don't know, but they served a really nice purpose for my fabric cobbling over here. So if you see over there, so you see we have 2 acorn bolts, and you see some 1/4-inch aluminum round stock I had lying around. And how did I put the thread in that? I used a tap and die set, okay? Which you can read what a tap and die set is. Basically, this is a 1/4-inch fine thread tap. So this is 28 threads per inch as opposed to 20. Why I went with that? Because I had a bunch of acorn nuts, 30 were of that thread count, because of a cradle, an antique cradle that's been in my family for a long time. That I happen to have large amounts of brass, 1/4-inch fine threaded, 28 thread count nuts. Anyway, that's why I have that tap and die. And once again, I didn't go through a lot of trouble why I picked that diameter and that thread count. It was literally what I had. I had 1/4-inch stock. And yes, I'm a little worried about the brass on aluminum causing some galvanic corrosion. But if that's a problem, I really think the worst thing that would happen there is these things would get fused together and I wouldn't be able to take them apart, which is okay because I could just cut that with a Hacksaw relatively simply 1/4-inch aluminum stock. But brass and aluminum are both relatively weatherproof. Maybe I should, if I had some anti-seize grease, maybe I should have put that in. Maybe I should have painted the aluminum before I attached these. Oh, and yes, one other annoying thing about this. So how did I attach both nuts since they were both threaded the same way? I didn't have a reverse threaded nut. I use channel locks over here while I use the ratchet to attach them, basically like a plumber would. Use a wrench to hold the work, to hold the stationary part, and the moving part of the work I used a ratchet, 7/16" socket, of course, which is the standard size for 1/4-inch threaded thread bolts or whatever. So yeah, basically all I did was these rubber bungee cord like things, 36 inches by the way, they were 36 inches, come with these S hooks, and I just took them off in one end and I just drilled them out a little bit. I drilled them out to one size bigger than a 1/4 inch, so I drilled them out to 17/64, because obviously 1/4 inch is 16/64 of an inch. Drilled that a little bit just to give it a little room, it to fit a little snugly. And then I think this eye hook was overkill, but I decided I wanted an eye hook in here, make it a little stronger. So this eye hook I think was 63 cents, came with one nut, and then I got the Build-A-Bolt set from Home Depot, the 5/16. So if you ever want an assortment, so these are intended, they're called Build-A-Bolt sets because they're intended for making bolts, cutting threaded rods and making bolts of specific lengths. They don't have actual jam nuts, unfortunately. So a jam nut is a nut that is half the width of a standard nut. That's purely for when you put 2 nuts against each other in a bolt that makes them stationary. But you've got standard washers, lock washers, and bolts. And why didn't get them individually actually? Because they didn't seem to sell. My Home Depot only sold fender bolts with the 5/16 side loose leaf. So it was just easier. Okay, I The eye hook came with one bolt. I got the Build-A-Bolt set, and I didn't have a lot of 5/16 hardware. Now I do have that in my junk drawer. Okay. So yeah, what did this cost me to do? It cost me $6.26 plus the scrap I had, and hopefully this will keep the raccoons away. But put that down for a bit. Yeah, 5 a.m., 6 a.m. when the garbage guys come. You know, this will just hang there. It'll be attached. You know, they'll be permanently attached. So, thanks for watching, and let me know if you have any better ideas for doing this. Let me know in the comments.